tonight, I have a special bedtime story for you, a story of love and tranquility. In a world where chaos and stress can often feel overwhelming, it's important to take a moment to relax and find peace. That's why tonight, we're going to take a journey to a beautiful meadow where two lovers find each other and embrace the beauty of nature. As you listen to this story, allow yourself to relax and let go of any tension or worry that you may be carrying with you. Breathe deeply and slowly and allow yourself to be transported to this tranquil world of love and beauty. After the story, I'll guide you through a meditation to help you fall asleep peacefully so you can wake up feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. So get comfortable in your bed. Close your eyes and let's begin our journey to the meadow of love and tranquility. Once upon a time in a land far away, there lived a lovely young woman whose heart was as pure and radiant as the first rays of sunlight on a dewy spring morning. She had eyes the color of the clearest ocean waters, and her hair shone like the golden rays of the sun, reflecting the light of her soul. She was the very embodiment of beauty and grace, and her presence lit up the world around her. One day, as she walked through a field of wildflowers, she met a young man whose heart was filled with the sweetest melodies and whose eyes sparkled like the brightest stars in the sky. He was tall and handsome, with a smile that could melt the coldest heart, and a voice that could charm the birds from the trees. She was immediately drawn to him, and they began to talk. As they walked and talked, the young woman felt as though she had known the young man all her life. They laughed and shared their dreams and hopes, and she felt as though she had found her soulmate. He was everything she had ever wanted in a man and more. As they walked, they came to a clearing in the woods where a great tree stood tall and proud, its branches reaching up to the sky like the arms of a lover. The young man took her hand and led her to the tree, and they sat down beneath its sheltering boughs. As they sat there, the young man began to sing, his voice weaving a spell of enchantment that wrapped around the young woman's heart like a warm, comforting blanket. His song was a love song, a tribute to the beauty and grace of the young woman, and as he sang, she felt her heart swell with love. The night grew darker around them, and the stars came out, twinkling like diamonds in the sky. The young man's voice grew softer, and the young woman felt herself growing drowsy, lulled by the sweet melody of his song. Soon she was fast asleep, her head resting on the young man's shoulder, and he smiled down at her, his heart overflowing with love, for he knew that he had found his true love, the one who would be with him always, through thick and thin, through joy and sorrow, through life and beyond. As the young woman slept, the young man gazed down at her, his heart full of tenderness and love. He knew that he would do anything to protect her, to make her happy, to be with her always. He wrapped his arms around her, holding her close, and whispered words of love into her ear. He promised to always be there for her, to be her rock, her shelter, her guide through life. And as he held her, he felt his own heart swell with joy, for he knew that he had found his true love, the one who would be with him always, through thick and thin, through joy and sorrow, through life and beyond. As the night wore on, the young man stayed awake, watching over the young woman as she slept, marveling at the beauty and grace of her sleeping form. He felt a sense of awe and wonder at the depth of his love for her, and he knew that he would never tire of watching over her, of holding her close, of cherishing her always. And as the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, he leaned down and gently kissed her forehead, whispering words of love once more. And then, as the sun rose higher and higher, he stood up, lifting the young woman in his arms and carried her back to her home. He placed her gently in her bed, tucking her in with the softest of blankets. And then he sat down beside her, watching her sleep once more. And as he sat there, his heart full of love and tenderness, he felt himself growing drowsy, lulled by the peacefulness of the morning. And soon he too fell asleep, his heart and soul filled with the beauty and grace of the young woman he loved, dreaming of a life together, filled with love and happiness, forever and always. As the days passed, the young man and the young woman spent more and more time together, their love growing stronger with each passing moment. They explored the world around them, marveling at the beauty of nature and sharing their hopes and dreams. They walked hand in hand through meadows and forests, and sat together by the side of rivers and streams. They watched the stars at night and talked of the future, of the life they would build together. And as the seasons changed, their love remained constant, unwavering in its strength and power. One day, there was a beautiful meadow where wildflowers grew in abundance. It was surrounded by a lush forest, and a clear stream ran through it, filling the air with the soothing sound of water. One day, the couple decided to take a picnic to this meadow, hoping to spend a relaxing day in nature. They brought with them a basket full of delicious treats and a blanket to lay on the soft grass. As they ate and chatted, they noticed a group of butterflies fluttering about the flowers. The couple was enchanted by the beauty of the butterflies, and they decided to follow them deeper into the meadow. They walked through the fields of flowers, marveling at the colors and the scents, until they came upon a tree with a perfect spot for them to lay down and rest. They snuggled together on the soft grass and watched as the butterflies danced around them. As the sun began to set, the couple noticed that the butterflies had all settled on the flowers to rest. They whispered to each other, marveling at the beauty of the meadow and how lucky they were to have found this place. As they drifted off to sleep, they felt the gentle breeze of the meadow caressing their skin, and the soothing sound of the stream lulling them into a peaceful slumber. They knew that they had found a special place, a place that would always bring them joy and happiness. As the night sky enveloped the meadow, the couple remained fast asleep, lost in their dreams. The stars twinkled above, and the moon illuminated the landscape in a soft silvery light. But as the hours passed, the couple was suddenly awakened by a distant rumbling sound. It grew louder and louder, and soon they realized that a storm was approaching. The sky had turned a dark shade of gray, and the winds picked up, carrying with them the scent of rain. The couple quickly packed up their belongings, determined to seek shelter before the storm hit. As they made their way through the meadow, they noticed a small cabin in the distance. It was old and weathered, but it looked sturdy enough to withstand the storm. They ran towards the cabin, and as they drew closer, they noticed that the door was slightly ajar. They cautiously pushed it open and stepped inside, relieved to find a dry and cozy shelter. The cabin was sparsely furnished, but it had everything they needed to weather the storm. There was a bed, a fireplace, and even a small kitchenette. The couple quickly settled in, lighting a fire and brewing some hot tea to warm themselves up. As the storm raged on outside, the couple huddled together under a warm blanket, grateful for each other's company. They talked and laughed, enjoying the warmth and comfort of the cabin. Eventually, the storm subsided, and the couple stepped outside to breathe in the fresh air. The meadow had been transformed by the rain, the flowers and grass glistening in the sun. The couple embraced, feeling renewed and invigorated by the beauty of nature. And as they made their way back home, they knew that they would always remember this magical night, a night filled with love, beauty, and the power of nature. And so, they made a promise to each other to come back to the meadow and this cabin every year, to celebrate their love and to enjoy the beauty of nature. They also faced other challenges and obstacles, but they always faced them together with love and determination. And when the time came, they stood together in front of their families and friends and declared their love to the world. They exchanged vows, promising to love and cherish each other through thick and thin, through joy and sorrow, through life and beyond. From that day on, they lived their lives together, building a home filled with love and laughter, and raising a family of their own. They faced many challenges, but they always faced them together with love and compassion. And their love continued to grow stronger with each passing year. And when they grew old and their hair had turned silver, they sat together, holding hands, and looked back on their lives with joy and wonder, for they had lived a life filled with love, a life that had been blessed by the magic of their love story. Imagine yourself in the meadow from the love story you just heard. Visualize the soft grass beneath you, the colorful wildflowers surrounding you, and the gentle sound of the stream nearby. As you breathe in, imagine that you're breathing in the fresh, clean air of the meadow. As you breathe out, imagine that you're releasing any stress or worries from your mind and body. Allow your mind to wander through the meadow, taking in the sights and sounds around you. Listen to the gentle sound of the stream, the rustling of the leaves in the trees, and the chirping of the birds in the distance. As you continue to breathe deeply and slowly, allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper into a state of relaxation. Release any tension in your muscles, allowing your body to become soft and limp. Imagine that you're being gently cradled by the meadow, embraced by its beauty and tranquility. Let yourself drift off into a peaceful sleep, knowing that you're surrounded by love and beauty. Continue to breathe deeply and slowly, focusing on the sensation of your breath moving in and out of your body. Allow your mind to relax, releasing any thoughts or worries that may be keeping you awake. As you drift off into sleep, imagine that you're being carried away by a gentle breeze, floating through the meadow and into a world of peaceful dreams. Allow yourself to rest and recharge, knowing that you're surrounded by love and tranquility. Sweet dreams and good night. If you're enjoying the content on my channel, I would be overjoyed if you could hit that subscribe button and become part of our community. It means the world to me to have you here, and your support helps me continue to create and share the stories that bring us all together.